Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. It's the NFC Championship game.
For the right to head down to New Orleans for Super Bowl 58, it's NFC Championship time. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Line, 23-yard line.
First down, going to the air with Love. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slam.
Complete.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Dante Hightower on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
The
Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
14 more yards.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Kamara, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Jackson. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That's good.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
1st and goal.
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Takes over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
Love from the gun. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go play action here on 1st down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That goes for a gain of 31. Now it's Jackson.
But big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event not getting to them.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
49ers.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Washington, nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 24-yard line.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. And he fires one that's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Holding offense.
So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Calvin Ridley, 33 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
His kick is good.
Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Washington takes over 1st and 10. at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
16 yards. First down, Washington.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with soul. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And this is going to be 49er football.
Lamar Jackson sacks. A fumble on the play. Recovered by...
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1.
Washington, nothing.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
The 2-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Calvin Ridley. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Down.
3rd and long for Love. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Tyreek Hill, 67 yards. And the 49ers continue to roll. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. There's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you get a chance to come back to them when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action this time with Love. Going deep here for Al. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun again to Connor. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12. At the 40.
Love now on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen.
The pass.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Is 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that will be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's got it.
And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And the route is on here in this first half.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become 2.
Oh, Connor loses it.
And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And he's
going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 16-yard touchdown run. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
at their own 25-yard line.
Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field.
He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
This is Conner. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. 2nd down. Love. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series for those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
They go play action now. Jackson.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They'll run with a fullback. Juszczyk.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. A very quick pass to Ridley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. And Jackson throwing once more. Dancing to his left. Open man is lost, complete. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Again, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Tyreek Hill. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. To throw again. Jackson. Flush to his right.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as time expires in the first half, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
On the keeper.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense. This is caught inside the 15. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with... And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the night. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to... Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Again, it's Connor. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him. 2nd down, here's an option right. And I think the ball's out.
And does Washington have it? They do.
He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
At the 27-yard line.
From the gun, Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Screen pass to Connor, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Complete to James.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Going back to Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Love. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around...
This is intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And the Washington offense heading out.
Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
This is third down.
They'll try and run for him with Conner. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Love to the end zone, but it's incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
Now Conner. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. From the gun, Love into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence. Because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw now. Here's Love. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
To James Conner. It's a gain of a yard. And
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, Love. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
The Washington first down.
56,
Working out of the gun. Love. Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
He'll get that one complete to Connor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brings up
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On first down, Colbert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Niners' 22-yard line.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. It's Connor. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
84. Washington 3.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, we just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the quick handoff, the Juszczyk takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Right back to Juszczyk again. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively, it kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Love. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up second and
just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Deron Payne in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Love from the gun on third down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation,
and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the fourth.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
39-yard line.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Love now on second down. A short throw caught by Andrews. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Open man, it's Allen. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
9 yards.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Love.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Love's pass complete. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Airing it out. And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The 49ers are going to the Super Bowl. As we sign off here, we thank you for watching. Good night, everybody. And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.